What's up, my people? Back with another video. We're going to talk about my second game dog pit bull breeding with the game dogs and the real dogs, and the ones I'm in love with. This is old King Jr. You see, he kind of remind you of King somewhat, but he look like his mama too a little bit. But like I said, you always try to make him better. So this is like the new and improved King, the new version of King. That's what you want to do. You want to keep making them bigger. Now this dog just died, just kind of like Honey, within the last year. Dogs, man, they don't get, when they outside, you hear all people talking about how old the dog is and all this and that. And you can believe them or not believe them. It's up to you. But from my experience, and I had a bunch of dogs, it's 1 year is like 7 years pretty much, or something like that, somewhere around. Some people try to say it ain't and all this and that. It's up to you, however you want to look at it. But I would say like 1 year is every 7 years or so. So when they get around 10, 11 years old, you talking about 70, 75. And unless you bringing them in the house and stuff like that, they're out there in the elements and outside and stuff. You can put stuff out there, keep them warm as you can, but them elements just, especially in North Carolina, we had some cold winters. And you talking about 10 winters, 11 winters. It take on the dogs, and stuff happen, medicals and all types of stuff. So about 10, 11 years, man, that's about all you gonna get for a lot of dogs. You can hear people talk about they got 12-year-old, 13, 15, 14, you hear all types of stuff. But in my experience, y'all can put it in the comments if y'all got some longer experience with one outside. But purebred dogs, and we talking about purebred dogs, from my experience, around 10 years or so, you doing good. That 70, 75, 80, around there, just like humans. You live to 80, 75, 80, 90 or something, you done pretty good. You getting on up there. You talking about some 80s and 70s, 7s, and so, that's my opinion on it, But this old King Jr., I love this dog, man. It was like the new king, so. And it was basically like I'm starting to bring my masterpiece of breedings where I was making some, turn your head type dogs. So, I'm going to go ahead and click his pedigree. It's going to go to this wrong thing. That's his one of his sons right there. If my stuff want to mess up while I'm doing a presentation. That's one of his sons right there out of the breedings. That made King Jr. That's one of his brothers, probably, if I ain't mistaken. Might be Spider. I sent him to Florida. Don't know what happened to him. I know the dude, I put him on the airplane, and sent him to Florida. I know the dude called me back and was like, hey, man, I need another one of them. You know what I'm saying? He saw it was what it was going to be and turn into. He wasn't even grown yet. He was just had him a few months or something. He was like, man, I want another one. And, I told him I ain't have no more because, like I said, I don't be pumping out puppies like that. I do it, but not a whole lot. Told you I be doing this stuff off the top of the head, man, just when I feel like doing it. So, but that's how you know how real I am. Like I said, it's just straight off. But yeah, I was just like, nah, man, I ain't had no more. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he was mad. He was thinking, oh, this is going to the right thing. It's just, I got to hit it a certain way. I'm hitting the wrong one. All Now, that's when he was a puppy. See, he was a cute little puppy. But yeah, the dude, I sent his brother over there. That was his brother in that picture that I just showed you. And I sent him to Florida, and he was like, man, I want another one of them dogs. And he called him Spider, and hey, I ain't have another one for him. He got mad at me. That's why I was like, man, I need to start focusing on this and pushing more out and stuff like that, you know. But I do it for the love. I won't really do it to push him out like that. I just did it a lot and got him into some hands of people, some serious people who want some real dogs. But yeah, that's when it kind of started, when I started making these type dogs and Spider and all that. You know, that masterpiece of a breeding, you know, and people liked it. And they was like, you know, you could talk some junk with this right here now. They knew they could. So, but you know, I always got to do it before I even get started. You know, y'all know what's coming. That's been watching the videos. You know, just so people won't be when we go through this history and stuff. Yeah, I had the papers on them. King Jr. 2011. King and BB. You see it? So we can get that out of the way. Did he really have these dogs with papers and all this and that? Of course I did. I know some of y'all might be getting tired of me bringing them out because y'all believe me and all this and that, but this just got to be done so everybody can know. This dude ain't talking, he's showing. He ain't just saying, I ain't ringing off names and, oh, this just come off this blood, this some red boy, this, that. No, I'm telling you, you can look at it yourself and see what generation it come off everything. That's what I'm saying. It ain't no guessing with me. I'm straight up. I'm going to show it to you. This how I do when I bring the people don't even know what they be looking at sometimes. They'll come drive from hours away, states away, come get a dog or whatever. I show the paperwork. Eyes just get big. They ain't never seen it. They ain't never seen nothing like that. People show them the mom and the daddy paperwork before I even give you the dog. Hey, stuff is official. And you need to know it. But anyway, you know, I always get that out the way. Now, so we're going to break down, you know, what this stuff is in general. Y'all already know, but we're just going to look at it from what you created when you putting it together. Y'all seen what it was apart, so now we get to see what it is together, the masterpiece or whatever. So, yeah, man, I sent these dogs some everywhere. I mean, like I said, flew one on the plane to Florida, flew one to Kansas. Well, nah, that's a little going too far on that one, but yeah, I mean, New York. Somebody drove from New York and got one. Drove from Michigan, South Carolina. I mean, Alabama. I mean, these dogs, I sent these dogs some everywhere. They was good. The only problem they had was some of the females had like a prolapsed uterus, and that's, like I said, you learn when you be breeding these dogs. Like I said, you make a masterpiece and then a couple of them have a little something going on with, like, maybe like if they had 5 females, maybe 2 or 3 of them would have a prolapsed uterus. And some people know what I'm talking about when these dogs come out and the females come in heat or something, or sometimes and it'll swell up back there, and sometimes it'll go back in, sometimes it'll stay out, that type of stuff. That's the only thing that was wrong with these dogs. And that was just on the females. The males didn't have no problems, but the females did. And now I would have a heavy female litter most time, at least half females or maybe more, which was fine. I mean, but you didn't want people calling you saying, hey, man, what's this? And I didn't even know what it was, because I was just getting started in the dogs and stuff. I had never seen that before. I had to learn what that was and stuff, and you know, learn how you can work with it. And it really ain't curable. I mean, you can do stuff that make it, you know, be all right, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just something that got to go in itself, and it can go in, and then you can breed the puppies and all that. You breed the dogs and all that stuff. You know, sometimes it'll come out when they're a puppy, it'll go in. Sometimes it'll stay out for a while. It's hard to say, but when it go back in, you can breed them, and I mean, it'd be like it never happened, but it's just something that happens. Kind of like a pink eye thought. Like some of them dogs have a pink eye where it puff out too. Sometimes it happened to the vagina back there. Just, some of them people know what I'm talking about, that prolapse. That, plenty of dogs that you know of or might have heard of, might have came from prolapse dogs that had one and then it went in and then they bred them and all that. So I didn't know nothing about it, but you learn. So that was the only thing wrong with these dogs. Other than that, masterpiece. So let's just take a glance at what we got. I told you look at the second generation to get a glance of what this is put together. So you click big block, and you see that. That's what 1/4 is coming down off the dogs. So you got that quarter right there pushing through, creating them little gremlins. All right, so that's 1/4. All right, and then you hit the second quarter. And that's that Woods Red Boy double bred. Y'all remember what that is from King video. So we had the first 2 quarters, which is the 50% at the top. That's pushing down in there. Double bred Red Boy with the Rufus Smith's copy girl. That's what's pushing in the second quarter. All that inbred off. 75% inbred off that. Y'all remember the Wilder, Stony Wilder's Midnight, Parnell's Red Bear, and the Hargrove's Devil Dog. You remember all that, would that come off of, and the bottom still same thing with the outcross. But it's still heavy on the junior, Wilder Stony Jr. again. So that's the second quarter. So that's the top pushing that. And then you look at the bottom and what the other 25% pushing. You remember? Oh, Clyde. The Champion Emic and the Mims Honey pushing that. That's that quarter pushing from the bottom side. So that gas pushing in there. I'm telling you now, producing some bulldogs. And bulldog is a phrase we all use for dogs. See, all these dogs is bully. They in the bully family. They in the bully breed. They the bull breeds. You know what I'm saying? So people would say, oh, you can't call it a bulldog. It's an American pit bull terrier. I got stories about that too. I used to be the same way. Like, nah, it's an American pit bull terrier. Oh, gee, to my some we call them bulldogs when they the real thing. And, it's just a phrase. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. It's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet talking about bulldogs and pit bulls and is they real and is blues real and all this stuff. Man, I done showed y'all in the pedigrees that stuff go back to some of that Staffshire, some of that PR stuff from UKC. I just showed y'all that with King and BB pedigree, a little more King stuff. With some of them dogs are bred like that. It's all bred. They all bulldogs. They all bully dogs. But the bully stuff is the new stuff where they ain't athletic and they can't breathe and all that stuff. I mean, we'll get into it, but I mean, and then you start breeding them with the gang dogs and they become unstable sometimes. And that's what's the stuff that be killing people and stuff, like them unstable dogs. And then they call them pits. See, these dogs right here don't do stuff like that. They bred for action while you holding them and stuff, and while you dealing with them, or when you hunting with them. You ever seen a pit bull lock on to a bull? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they call pit bulls, because they used to fight bulls like for entertainment. Like, they lock on the little 35, 40 pound, 50 pound, whatever. They got to be athletic, and they lock on to the bull face, and the bull sling them around, and they still holding on to the bull, give out because he can't breathe and he's locked on his face like that. These dogs warriors. They don't be biting humans and stuff like that. That's when you start breeding them and making new dogs. Then you tend to get them unstable dogs. You know what I'm saying? When you start, see, the Staffshire Terrier is more of a human biting dog. You know what I'm saying? So they're that's why when you start breeding it a certain way and you don't do it right, they start attacking humans and stuff like that. And then the dogs that be 9 times out of 10 attacking these humans and killing people, and the news say it's a pit bull, and they say, people be like, no, that's a bully, because they know. And they're really called band dogs. When you start crossing them like that, you call them band dogs then. And they, it's been going on for years, but it need to be done right, or it can be, something else. So, and like, some of these dogs ain't perfect either, but for the most part, the percentages wise, these type of dogs don't be biting humans. They ain't human biting dogs. Then they could be territorial and stuff like that, you know, to protect their home, and you can be training them to do and all that. But naturally, you know, now my blues, when I go to my blues next, they got that Staffordshire Terrier bred into them mostly, and more of that those dogs bite humans. You see what I'm saying? They'll turn around and bite you quicker. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it still depends on how you breeding them and stuff, what you putting together. So the last thing is the last quarter is, you know, the same thing with the roach. So the same thing you saw with the Clyde, and then the outcross right there. So you got each quarter coming in there and creating these dogs. You know, this was my masterpiece, my second breeding, my second masterpiece breeding. And yeah, man, they was some good dogs. So we'll look at a couple of the siblings or whatever. And when, you know, we just gonna put a couple of names out there, because, you know, we ain't talk like to talk to a lot of people, but y'all just seen King. And I'm gonna talk about my HBK dog. You can't say it's a good picture of her. Ain't a good picture of her, but that's one of my boys came down from South Carolina and got him. He might watch the video, so I'm gonna give him a little shout out. Oh, HBK Honeybee King. That's what it stands for. And this was a good dog right here. And yeah, man. You can see it right there. He loved that dog. He got a couple of stories about that dog. Ain't for the internet, but you know. Yeah, she was a good dog. And then that's the one I sent to New York. Pretty dog. I just put it in there as NY. Like I said, some of these people, man, you send them the dogs and they just tell you how good they like them and everything. Show you a picture of so-and-so and you lose track of them. You'll be like, man. But, yeah, that was a good looking one right there. And then, I had BB2 one time. She was pretty. I ended up sending her to, I don't want to say I sent her to Mississippi. Yeah, I sent her to a dude in Mississippi. When she got a little older, I kept her for a little while, but yeah, she went on to Mississippi. And like I said, some of these dogs, man, I don't even know. Like, they could have bred and then got new papers and everything. They could be in a lot of dogs. Like, you don't, once you sell so many dogs, man, it ain't no telling. You know, I remember this dog right here. I didn't put the picture. I thought I had put a picture in here, but maybe of her. But her name was Roxy Goldilocks. I remember my boy said that he bred her with a Mayday type dog. I think the breeding in here, but I ain't, like I said, I just talk about more about my dogs. But they said he made some puppy so hot they took him hog hunting. It was a little puppy. He wasn't that old, maybe like 4 or 5 months or something. I think he said, or whatever. He said he took the hog nose off, the little baby. I think it was a younger hog or something. I don't know, but they took hog hunting. They said they had one puppy that was on fire. Now, like I said, I don't know what happened to him, but I remember him calling me, telling me about that. He bred her and she made some good dogs. So then baby girl, you see, she got about 3 different names, but that's because people, when I took her she went to Alabama and made a whole bunch of good dogs. So when you start seeing dogs with different names and stuff, that's a picture of her right there. He was feeding her good. That's how you know the boys been putting them in the pedigrees, because it's been working good for them or whatever. You know, but yeah, there she go. She was a good little dog, produced some good dogs in Alabama. So yeah. Yeah, this was a nice breeding, man. I done it about 2-3 times and sent them some everywhere. And they all got good reports. Won't nobody complaining. A couple of them made some super dogs, real notable dogs. Turnip. See, that's the one I kept. She ended up having a prolapse uterus, but then it went back in, and then I was able to breed her. See, that's King Jr.'s sister. So yeah, man, they made some good dogs, some good looking dogs, and they all look the same. And everybody was like, man, all your dogs got that gold head with the white body, and they was looking at Queen and King, and I was like, how you get two dogs with the same white body and cow patches and gold type head, and they ain't even kin and stuff? That was amazing. This just became my trademark for a while. The white dogs with the gold head that was official, you know. And yeah, bring back memories. That's why I said do these videos, you know, talk about the history, and then I'll put mine in there to the dogs so I can see, y'all can see I ain't just talking about the documentation and everything in the history, because I've been dealing with this stuff. This is what I do. This is what I feed. I be bulldogging for real. I don't just talk, and I explain it and show it to y'all. So yeah, she was a good dog, good looking dog, and this is how you keep this stuff going in 2023. So you say, you know, you saw these dates and stuff on that stuff, and you like, man, how he still got this blood right now? Well, when you tell yourself, man, I got to keep this stuff going. It's working. You got to capture it. You don't want to let it get go. That's your bloodline. So what you do is, this is when you get into inbreeding. I told you. I say, man, I need to keep this stuff right here. Breed him with his brother. You know what I'm saying? Breed him with his brother, and you make dogs like El Chapo. He's one of my famous dogs on the internet stuff. He be killing everything. I mean everything. Raccoons, skunks, anything. I mean, you know, bears and cougars and stuff run from skunks. Now you gotta understand, but when they game dog bred like it's supposed to, it's gotta go. I don't care how bad you stink. You know, they do what they do. They put in that work. They got that prey drive. So if some of y'all people that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and y'all see that same dog, the ones that they don't let me take off or whatever, or if you see, you know, me on my posting stuff with a lot of this dog right here, you see that white dog killing everything. I mean, he got so many daggone kills, it don't even make no sense. I mean, you can't even keep up. He just kill everything. Prey drive. I think I was looking at something, and dude had a coon in a cage, and he was trying to train his dog on how to turn on and all this and that. I ain't gonna say who he is. Some of y'all might have seen him. I mean, you know, everybody do that thing. I don't hate on people, but I didn't like it, because I'm like, that coon in the cage, man. I seen one coon take on multiple dogs, and people know what I'm talking about some of them coon. Them coons for real. That dog right here be killing them by itself. Now, he don't care. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't need you to be in no cage, or he don't need you, you know, helping them or doing none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just put in that work. So I don't know if my boy be watching these videos, but yeah, I'm gonna give El Chapo a little shout out, because yeah, this is him. People that be looking at all my pictures, and they see a lot of that dog killing everything. It's him. You know what I'm saying? Then let's see here. There's some more in there. I ain't gonna talk about too many of them, but because we'll get into it later. But Renell, we'll end it off him. I named my brother after him. My brother had passed, and I named him Renell, and that's how you still keep it right now. See, he's still pumping right now. So when I want to add this blood in 2023, 2024, beyond, he ain't nothing but like 3 years old. This picture, he wasn't that old. I mean, he was young, well younger in this picture, but you can see he looked just like King, looked like King Jr. White with the cow patches. In-bed, brother-sister breeding. Y'all see anything wrong with him? Y'all see he look great. Bulldog, too. And you see how he breathes. My bloodline. Brother-sister breeding. You see? That's how you keep it in the now. Like I said, I show and tell. So if I want to say, man, I just wanted to keep this stuff going, that's how you keep it going. And you breed them, the stuff, and you still keep that same blood pumping out right now. The same champion mem stuff, the same bullet, Poland stuff, snooty stuff, you know, Rufus stuff, Eli, you know, Bolio stuff, all that stuff that's in there is still there. It is doubled up on the top and bottom, so I doubled up on them. You see? See the King Williams right there, BB Williams right there, coming from top and bottom, so it's coming both sides, just like that. Well, yeah, man, that's how you do it. You know, it's just a small little, show and tell of people ask me, well, how you still got that blood right now? So they can go look at these videos and I'm going to tell you and show you how I got this blood right now. I don't just talk. Like I said, these some for real dogs right here too. Got a few of these out. Somebody told me this some of the hardest biting stuff around in the world. Like for real, for real. People that got plenty of dogs, yards of dogs. This stuff right here is biting. And of course they bulldogs too. And then they produce too. They producing. You breed it to something, they coming out right. Like I said, you gotta know if you know, you know. So yeah, man. That's how you keep it going. And that was my second pit bull breeding with papers. That started really putting me in Mac, the fireworks. I didn't go over all of them, but I mean, for the most part I did. But I mean, y'all can look at it if you want to. Everything ain't for me to go over, and I need to skip some of them because you know. But yeah, man, we're gonna end it right there, and next we're gonna go to. I know y'all been waiting for it. I done got a text already talking about, man, I'm ready for you to go to the Blues. This look like a bully to y'all. Williams bloodline Tootie right there. All right. That's old Raven. Her and BB used to have at it. She like a bully to you? And he kind of look like a bully. You see, that's a Blue Funk's Vodka. That's what we're going to start off of. But that's Tootie again. You see, you take that bully blood and you either go back, keep going to the bully blood to make them XL bully or whatever, or you take something like that and make them like this. So that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into old Blue Funk's Vodka. We're going to start this bully stuff. You're going to see these. I think I got 84 subscribers or something now, whatever. I don't know. Watch how these subscribers probably go crazy. And these comments and these haters are going to pop out here. They're going to be so butthurt. And I put out this information on these dogs and go to these pedigrees and show y'all what they come from and stuff like that and how some of them cross with this and that. And, they all bulldogs, man. They all bullies. They all in the bully family. It's just what I showed y'all before, what we going over with King and BB and Queen and them. That's the real stuff. That's the old classic stuff. This stuff is the newer stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like the blue thing is a new fad. It's kind of like the Merle. It's kind of like, it ain't nothing but a brown is what it is. See, y'all got to do your research. It's a brown that done got, genetically messed up or something, and it turned blue, and it's rare. So that's what it is. All it is a brown. Some of them blues you'll see a brown in there in some of it. So that's all it is. It's a hue of a brown or something is what it is, but we call it blue, and it's all types of shades. You got the powder, you got the real dark, they look black almost, and but they still all bulldogs. This dog right here, he had a lot of bully in him, but he was at a little gameness too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything ain't for the internet, but like one day when I get off and quit messing with the dogs, and I ain't really out here still like that, I'll do some videos and tell y'all some real stories on some stuff. You know what I mean? But everything is for entertainment, and it's for entertainment and educational purposes. So I mean, you just gotta keep it vanilla out here. But these some real dogs. Like for real. I ain't got people that's in the know. I ain't got to show no videos. I mean, I do got plenty of stuff out there, but you know what you're looking at when you know what you're looking at. When you know. That's what I always say that saying for, because it's true. Like people that know, they ain't got to do a lot of talking, but so much. Once they see certain stuff and they know what they looking at, and this is some real stuff right here. So it's about 29 minutes we got into. That's a little tease for the Blues because I know people been waiting. But they come in next video, and we're going to have some hurt feelings, and we're going to get the truth out here on these dogs. And, You know, it's just a matter of opinions is all it is. I mean, you know, there's the bullies that's unathletic, and I mean his nose don't look that small. You know, you can kind of see he still got a lot of terrier in him too. But if I would have took it back to a female just like him, you see, I'd have went that XL bully style. And XL, them dogs is banned in the UK right now. So if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like because they unstable and they've been doing stuff and they ain't supposed to be doing stuff, fighting humans and stuff like that. So, but he was a good dog though. So we're gonna start talking about him. I've been, you know, rattling on it too much because I'm ready to get on it because it's gonna be a different topic. It's gonna hurt some feelings and wake some people up, and there's still gonna be some zombies that still want to believe what they want to believe, and oh, that ain't this and that ain't that, man. There's some of these dogs right here hurting feelings constantly. You know what I'm saying? It's just the percentages is off. You know what I mean? You know, you get 10 game dogs the same size and 10 dogs like this the same size. Maybe they might only be happy 4 times out of 10 or something, so the percentage off. But it don't matter that 3 or 4 times. I mean, it can happen. So that's all it is. It's just a percentage thing. But yeah, they can be game too and stuff. We're gonna go through these pedigrees and, you know, y'all watch to see what them comments look like. But yeah, I just got these because people called for them, and I said let me make my own version, you know, and I did. And you can see this do not look like no bully. And that's what people ask for, man. I want this. I want the blue with the classic style. That's how that, and that's why that I got, to me, they say I'm one of the best. Because I got both dogs. Who does that? Nobody normally. Like, they don't got both dogs. I'm a one-stop shop for either a blue or a game dog. I got people that buy both. They'll come and buy both. I drive states and states and then I want a blue and a game dog. That's what that's what they want. People want what they want. If you can afford it, okay. So yeah, we're gonna get into that next video. Thanks for watching. I'm at 32 minutes, but you know, it's all good. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.